stories and all your stories dragged and wild.
Good evening, folks. This is Darth Ravage here, 7 Coach today with another quick review. I'm so tickled to get this in from Hasbro Pulse. Thanks again to them for shipping so quickly. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below there in the description. And I'm going to waste your time no further and flip this around and get to this awesome new Shattered Glass review. Thanks again for watching. On the turntable tonight, we have none other than the Evil Autobots versus the heroic Decepticons. We got Rodimus versus Sideswipe with the Decepticon Whisper. We have some nice looking art there on the side of this Shattered Glass box. I like the carded stock that this is. It feels solid. Then on the back of the box, we got Sideswipe has defected to the Decepticons, now battling the Autobots with his Minicon partner Whisper. Rodimus aims to turn the Autobots into a cutthroat team of mercenaries with himself at the lead. Looking really awesome. I think that like Cheffatron got this in back of this like before everybody else. This thing says it's Voyager class, but it's just a big deluxe, guys. And another one of the Sideswipe molds, basically off of the Kingdom mold, but with some retooling there. And we got a picture of Whisper and Sideswipe there. Let's crack this box, see what comes in the box, and see how cool it is. Thanks again for your time. A special note, pause and scan here if you're in other markets. I hope this will help you find your copy of this. And of other particular note, when I went to go through here and doing this, I almost sliced my finger up, and be careful, it's a really like thick carded stock. And this is how it is done in the box. Within the box, you have your instructions and the warning in 26 languages. We've all seen that song and dance. A couple of different other figures we've gotten over time. And then I've slammed this out of the thing, but it's nicely packed inside of its tissue paper right here. So you got probably Rodimus there, Sideswipe there, and Whisper there. And let's get them detissued. In 3, 2, 1, and of another particular note, you don't want to go throwing this all the way because you do got some weapon storage there in the packaging. So let's get that out and get the weapons on the table. Boy, it'd be just easier to use that same kind of cardboard stock instead of putting it in this tissue paper and in a little weapons cache box, guys. Please listen, Hasbro. And here is everything that comes with the set. Once you sort it through the tissue paper, you get 2 of the Rodimus guns cast in black. So there's those. You get the opening of the Dark Matrix in this nice red. Fits this version of Hot Rod easily. And you get a nice evil Matrix of Leadership. I guess it's just quasi-evil. I don't know. It looks pretty evil to me. And I've always seen like Unicron come across in this, no matter the Matrix or whatever, but it's just the way I view it. You have the saw without the paint, but you see the details that's there. So this is painted, but the saw blade is definitely not painted. And you get appropriate red, exhaust flames coming out of the back end of this hot rod here. And like we've seen, well, Rodimus here, excuse me, it's not Hot Rod, but it's based off the Hot Rod mold. There we go. I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit, but that's just a quick look at it. If you've got Hot Rod, you know that this is just a darker version of him in Shattered Glass, and boom, it looks really, really good, guys. Outside of it just not being folded up, I hope it's not a sign of mold degradation. Now this guy, Whisper, is very much feels like a bird in his stealthy jet mode, but we've seen this before from back in Armada with the wheeljack. This is definitely heading towards, and I see them repainting this again to do that wheeljack from, oh my goodness, I lost it. It's either like it's Armada Micron trilogy version of wheeljack. Probably that it's Armada. Now I'm thinking about it, but it simply, you got the light bar gone, but then you just simply plug that up in there on the top there. You can fold these guys out and get him on there. Just like so. So you got some Minicon action. Actually, it's got a transformation to do. Let me go ahead and get that done. And he just looks so mean, but then there's some more slots here for the other accessories. These two saber looking things look really great until you get it to the ugly underside, but we get those pegged in next. So you got them slotted in on the sides of the car there, and it can also do like a little mask thing and raise up and boom. You can go flying if you want to. Whee. I don't know where else that gun's supposed to store, but no paint back here, but kind of neat how they did all this deco here. And I really do like that remolded piece. Means we might get a battle damaged, you know, busted up version of Wheeljack in the not too distant future, or this can double for your Wheeljack if you so desire, as he was Hotshot's brother if I'm not mistaken. And you got this standard weapon that comes with Sideswipe a bunch of times over, but you got the little bar there or that, and you can slot it into one on the thing on the side there, and you can have yourself weapon storage, as I'm pitifully demonstrating. So there's that if you desire. Looks pretty mean, pretty dorky, but there's Sideswipe all geared up, minus this thing, and it'll probably go in a baggie. I'll keep it with this other weapons configurations. Since on the back of the box it just shows him with the swords. Let's get Rodimus all fired up. I gotta say those flame effects look better on him with it being that red. It just looks really, really awesome. Definitely a hot running guy. And while that looks completely and totally ridiculous, that's your weapon storage that you could do also with the hot rod. Kind of looks like a Target Master gone wrong. Evil Matrix getting no love, so it gets mad and explodes. And like I was saying, we've already seen this song and dance 2 other times. In 3, 2, 1. Here's all 4 on the turntable. Sans anything extra with the extras. I'm going to take the extras off and do just side by side. And here's a quick look at them side by side like I was wanting to do. Really wish that both of those had like a darker tinge of plastic when it comes to the windows. I don't really care for the Cybertronian look since these are supposed to be kind of like Earth modes. Don't know his story because it didn't come with a comic book. That's kind of sad. Like the other ones did have comics, and that would be a nice pack in and worth the price point, but don't think so. Really wish that the back details could get painted, but I guess I'll do this on my own time. And thankful that they got solid like looking hubcaps on each side. I really do like the remold of this from this. And I'm looking at it, this is a little bit slightly different. So total retool on the front end compared to the Kingdom. That's about going to do it for this guy. Let's get on over to the other one. And there you have Hot Rod and Rodimus on the turntable there, looking amazing. Each of these have their own little paint details, and I like how the white line outline makes the flame pop, and this is a different flame symbol altogether. Love the red where it needs to be. The hubs are painted, the mufflers are painted. I do like the look of the black one a lot better than the normal Hot Rod. It's kind of crazy, but there that is. So outside of that, I'm gonna get these guys converted robot mode in 3, 2, 1, and there is the trio on the turntable together. And you can see how the Minicon sizes up to these other, well, they call that a Voyager, and this is a Deluxe. It's very, very hard stretch. But I gotta say, the heads have been remolded from the original molds. This guy, I don't have the old version of it, but I swear this is spot on with the new colors. Looks really, really good. Let's get a closer look at the details on Whisper. And just amazing, guys. I want to say somewhere on these back in the day was a Minicon symbol somewhere, and it doesn't have the Minicon symbol I can see at all. This little fin does not tuck in at all. Very, very limited articulation. What I call a Minicon or a Target Master, you know, full fold. I mean, this thing is awesome. Let's take a closer look at the retooling here on Sideswipe's chest, it's totally different. And I forgot to mention, in the car mode, you do got the heroic Decepticon symbol right there. The paint used is really, really nice, clean. Excuse me. And that face and that head retool, remold there, just looks amazing. I'm so glad they just didn't go with the short end of the stick there. This is definitely probably going to see another repaint, possible redo of the head if they don't use that for the wheeljack head. But this Shatterglass Sideswipe actually freaking rocks. There's no mold degradation. He's got all the same articulation as the other mold, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just wish the wrist would had a wrist swivel added in. I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda happened. Daggone it, I just get so aggravated, because that's the only downfall with as many times as we've seen this, and I hadn't even done the G2 Sideswipe yet, and that's pretty much going to be like Kingdom, but with G2 Deco colors. Very, very impressive altogether. This guy, I just can't put down. I love the way that head mold looks. I love the colors, the way it pops. Looks really, really freaking awesome. I really did like this to begin with. A lot of folks, I think, were bent on it because it was marketed as a Voyager, and it's just a really big deluxe, because deluxes come in medium size, smaller size, like Brawn and Beachcomber's kind of large for women mini bots, and Bumblebee is the smallest of that crew. And then you got this guy that is just, they class it as a Voyager, but it's a very super articulated deluxe, and it has all the same bells and whistles. The Hot Rod has a joint that wants to pop apart down here on the legs, and it's not present in this thing, thankfully. For the price and the cost, I'd hope it such, would be top notch there. So let me get the weapons added here. With the mustache and the guns, I just think of him as Rodimus Bill for some goofy reason. He's just like a wild Bill, man. I just really love the way this looks, the way that pops. Very, very nice, as you can see right here. If I can get it into focus in, boom, there you go. That looks great, man. I really do like old Rodimus Bill there. And I can see him easily taking over the other crew there. That's a look from the backside. Like how everything's filled in for the most part. And I like these, but I just wish they didn't have the hollow bits underneath on that. And it's very, very nice. And if you're going to give a character swords, you got to give them hands to be able to wield the swords, kind of thing, Hasbro. I know it's a little bit ambitious or a little bit asking, and let's go ahead and get him connected in his form. You can see these two going at each other's throats here on the turntable, looking pretty freaking fine. If I just get old Sideswipe stop wobbling there, he looks so G1 boxy good. He looks so slick for a Rodimus and or Hot Rod white version. I just really, really do love this. Let's do some side-by-side comparisons with their counterparts. Here are the Sideswipes. Here is Rodimus and Hot Rod there together on the turntable, with targeting visors down and looking really, really freaking awesome, guys. I really do love the way that looks. And of course, the last pose, wielding a saw blade and the Matrix of Ultimate Evil. This looks really, really, really top notch. I love that weapon storage there on his back, and him opening that dark matrix of Total Doom there. Just is awesome. Let's get these guys back on the table for some final thoughts. Thank you again for watching. Some final thoughts on this set. Is this set for everyone? Probably not. But if you're into Shatterglass, this is a no-brainer. I really do highly recommend if you're a fan of Shatterglass. I really do love the way these two look. I'm very pleased that they don't have any mold degradation. I mean, the original Hot Rod had that little issue with the leg. I love that they used a lot of heavy retooling with the familiar, overly familiar mold. I hope we don't see this anymore, but I got a feeling we'll see Wheeljack's colors outside of Shatterglass Sideswipe come back one more time here. and there's no telling what they'll do with this again. I hope we get a Commander Rodimus or Rodimus Unicronus, kind of like we did with the Power of the Primes, since we've got this much of it to complement that. But if we don't get it, this is really, really awesome. I think I like the visor down on this better than I like the visor up. It just gives him an all more mean look. And wow, I just love repaints and retools, it looks like, guys, because I keep buying them and they keep making them and I keep buying them. So anyway, not for everybody, but if you got Shattered Glass or a fan of Shattered Glass, the only thing I found a downer for this set is it didn't come with a comic showcasing these guys off, so I'll have to do some more research and see that through other venues besides the comic book. That's about going to do it for Rodimus and Sideswipe with Decepticon Whisper. Thanks again for watching my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below there. Thanks again to all those who have done so. Let's let you go now and have a great weekend out there. Hope you guys are already off to a good weekend. This was a pleasant surprise coming home to this today and having a couple more awesome retools, repaints. I highly recommend this set. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks again to Hasbro Pulse for sending it out quickly. Have a great weekend. Till all are one.